Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from where you are today watching this video. My name is David McMahon and I run biological photography and imaging for the University of Nottingham, Life Sciences. In this video today, I will be going through a brief summary of the projects that the third year biological photography and imaging students will be carrying out. This is just a small intro into what they will be doing. So let's have a look and see what's on the table for them. Where you can see on the screen now is the brief description for the magazine front cover and the contents page. So these two parts will have their own separate mark within the 25% for this section. So for the front cover you need to have one image. You create one image, and it's best that you deliberately go and find an image for this by thinking about what you want to take, rather than trying to collect an image out of all the images that you've taken. So you deliberately need to go and photograph a front cover image. That's really important, and then that way you'll get a really good image. And the image is going to be based around the rule of thirds that we looked at in our second year projects. What we're looking for is our main subject, character, thing of interest to be sitting on that rule of thirds intersection within the picture. So it has to be the best picture that you could possibly ever take, because it's going to be your front cover. Then you've got the contents page, and that's going to be made up of, first of all, there's got to be a portrait of yourself, and it needs to be better than sort of like a selfie that you would normally see for Instagram and those kind of things. And then you're going to have images within that contents page that are going to represent the other articles that you're putting in. And then you've got to supply a certain number of images for fictional articles that you're going to be pretending that are in the magazine, but are not in the magazine. They're just there to make up the design and structure of the contents page. So that's like the first section is our front cover, and our contents page makes up section 1. Then we're going to have section 2 that I'm going to be talking about in a minute, and then 2 other sections which are going to be a choice that you're going to be making from a number of projects that we give you. But I'm going to be going over those a little bit more as we go on. So that's our front cover and our magazine. Oh, it's not a magazine, contents page, sorry about that. So the section that you are looking now at on the screen is our second compulsory section that you need to do, and this will be a 6-theme photographic portfolio, and we give you themes for these, which will be creature, human, reflection, autumn, frozen and food stock. And what happens is you have to go and take pictures using these as the theme to base your photography on. Now, with these images that you're going to be taking, if you wanted to, you can post them to Instagram, and just like with the portfolio we did in the second year, you'll be able to get feedback on these images. But there'll be certain dates that I will give you for when you have to, or when you would like to post them, so that don't be posting in say like creature after you've done posted in autumn. So you can take these pictures at any time you like, and you can take them in whatever order you want to take them in. But the only stipulation is that if you want feedback on Instagram, is to post them in at a certain time on the dates that I will give you, which are in your brief magazine. So yeah, those would be interesting images for you to take. Like with creature, that can cover anything from, stuff under microscopes right up to the biggest thing you could possibly ever see, like an elephant or something like that. Then you got human, which can be, a baby or a person, or even things like, bone structure or something like that. These are quite open briefs that I'm giving you here. Reflection is quite interesting because, you can use like puddles and mirrors and so on to create images which have reflection on them. You can even think, most probably going into looking at somebody who's reflecting on something. So again, the brief is quite open. And going on to things like food stock, anything really, you can think about this. You could go into Burger King and take a picture of you drinking a milkshake, or somebody drinking a milkshake, or go to the supermarket and have pictures of vegetables or fruit or something like that. So again, it's quite an open and varied brief that we've got here with these pictures. So that's the magazine image portfolio that we're going to be doing as well during the project. And again, that's worth 25%. So 4 projects, each worth 25%. So the next project that you can see on the screen now is one of our optional sections. So we have 2 compulsory sections, and then we have a number of optional sections. And what you need to do is choose 2 from these optional sections that you would like to do. And the first one of these is the scientific communication article. Now this is going to be based on 8 images and 1,000 words. So that's primarily what you have to do for it. What we're thinking about with this one is for you to, with your research project that you might be doing, or one of your dissertations or something like that, is actually using the information from that and creating, a visual concept about your project that you're doing, your research project. So it's enabling you to tie up something that you're doing already within the university and bring it into our photography area, so that you can show us what you're doing and show other people what you're doing. So it's the aim of the article is for the student to use photography and text to explain their research project that they're doing, to say like the everyday layperson, so that they can understand it more, who may have like limited scientific background. And so this is the idea with that one. So you can choose that one if you want to, but you could choose one of the others, and that's the scientific communication article that we're going to be doing. What you're seeing on the screen now is an article called My Hero, which is also one of the optional projects that you could do. So we choose 2 optional projects out of the list that we provide, and they go with your 2 compulsory ones, and that makes up the four projects. But the My Hero one now is I think this is a very, very good one to be doing. And again, it's 8 images. You've got to collect 8 images, photograph 8 parts of a story, and 1,000 words to this project. And what we're looking for here is somebody who is your hero, somebody that you look up to, somebody that you admire, somebody that you're focused on. So it could be somebody famous, it could be a famous scientist, it could be a famous photographer, a musician, anybody who really inspires you. It could be a grandparent, a brother, a sister, but somebody that you can base a photographic story around with 1,000 words to it. So again, you could be quite expansive with this article, and it's nice to see which people have thought about their heroes before, and who are people's heroes. Heroes are many walks in life, you know, from the lollipop lady who used to stand outside your school dedicating, you know, hours upon hours to make sure that children are safe in crossing the roads, to people who've, you know, discovered cures and medication and things that have helped people in different ways. So my hero, there you go, it's a fantastic article there, and we'll talk about that one, you know, more in depth when we get to see you in September, October time. So yeah, okay then. So the next one we have up on the screen here is this is a little bit different. This one, this is what we're looking for, is a poster design here with this section. So rather than writing an article, you're going to be doing a poster, which is going to be an A3 spread, but it's going to be within the magazine. So it's going to be 2 A4 pages next to each other, and you're going to lay your spread over that, so that becomes an A3 landscape poster that you're going to be doing. Now with the poster here, we're looking for 4 images with this one, 500 words and infographic design, and we're looking at the data collection that you're doing and stuff like that. So again, this could be something that you might be doing within the university already. It might be some kind of data that you are collecting already, and that you can actually then put into your magazine design. So this is going to be looking at this in an artistic way. So we're not looking at pure facts. We're looking about how creative that you can be with the data, how you present the data in a creative way so that it catches the imagination of those people who are going to be looking at it. So you're really using your creative sense here to bring people to have a look at what you're going to be putting together, you know, so in a really creative, stylish kind of way. So taking, I don't want to be rude, but boring data and making it more artistic at the end of the day. That's what we're looking for in this particular one. So the article as such that you see on the screen now in front of you is the one that we call mixed media article. Now with this one, there's no set word count or image count with this piece of the project. But it is 4 pages, 2 double page spreads over the course of the magazine that we're looking at. And this one here, you can be used in photography, illustrations, painting, collages, fabrics, modelings, anything, any kind of mixed media that you want to bring together information that you feel is important to your audience. So you could be using oil paintings to show off museum species and stuff like that. So this one here is really for you to really open your mind on and be able to use skills that you might have learnt somewhere else or in previously in your education and bring them into your magazine. So for example, if you do a painting, a series of paintings on animals as such, foxes or badgers or something which might be local to you, and you've done paintings or drawings or something like that, then you can use like photography to photograph those drawings, paintings that you may have done, and bring them into your magazine in a digital format, and then tell a story using that kind of illustration. Or again, you might be not wanting to sound disrespectful in any way, but I saw a lady, I think it was on Country File, I think it was making pictures out of fuzzy felts, and those were really good, pictures, of nature and stuff like that. You could be doing something like that, and again, by scanning or by photographing those creations and then bringing them into your magazine again as a digital format to be able to tell a story about nature or anything that you want to get across to your audience. I mean, again, like I said, it's a way of bringing in other skills that you may have into your magazine and creating digital format from it. So for those who might be interested in that, have a conversation with me first, because obviously it's got no word count, it's got no picture count to it. So we need to sort of like, balance things up in terms of what is worth 25%. So I don't want you doing like loads of stuff and then overtaxing yourself for that 25%. But at the same time, I don't want you to sort of like undervalue the 25% which is attached to this optional article that you can do. Okay. This last one we're looking at, this is the last one in our optional sections. So you're going to be choosing two from these optional sections to go with your front cover and contents page and your portfolio, to then make up 4 sections to the project. But with the one which we're calling the X Factor, you've got 8 images. You need to take eight images and 1,000 words to go with this one. And the X Factor is about a place, something like that within your life that means something to you. So it could be a nature reserve, or it could be, a seaside resort, or something like that, something that you can go to and then tell the story of, a personal story, a reflection of what it means to you, so that you can get that across to your audience, be able to see what makes that an interesting place. It could be about your university life here, it could be about a sport that you might be doing, say cycling, or it could be about the books in your life. It's a very open kind of aspect to this brief that we've got in here. Just like a lot of the stuff we're doing, we don't want to tie you down to certain things. We just want to see what can come out from you, and tell us stories which are in your life. So you've got this one here, the X Factor, the one that we've spoken about before, the my hero, who's the hero in your life. And again, you can make it so that it's like the scientific research that you're doing. So all different things that you can bring into this magazine. So each person's magazine, small magazine that they're going to be creating, is not going to be like somebody else's. This is what we're looking at here. So this is why we're giving you all these different options to choose from, and not saying that you've got to, like, say, stick to How Green Am I, or something like that. It's making each individual magazine that each student is creating individual. So it's you that's coming out in that magazine, and you're showing us your personality and your work ethics, and what you really have to you, and what is part of you as such. So those are the areas that we're going to be looking at in a greater detail.